as they do all of the work translating and working with their hands. One of the potential hazards is our sharp edges, making any cuts or abrasions on the gloves. So the astronauts regularly checking to see if there's been any damage just throughout their spacewalk. But for now, Mastracchio finished checking out the MDM for any potential damage, not seeing anything obvious, and snapping a few photos for further engineering analysis down here on the ground. He's now going to begin setting up his work site for the removal of this MDM. He'll be using the pistol grip tool, basically the drill these astronauts use for driving all the bolts for different station systems.
For check, all nominal.
Okay, good words, Rick. And when convenient for you, we'd like you to read the MDM label number down to us.
Okay, is that the number right on the front? It says MDM16 Echo 0102, or do you want the label on the top?
No, that's the right one, Rick.
Got part numbers and stuff.
That is the failed MDM.
Okay. Good thing to check.
You can see on the front of the MDM the 3 bolts, the 2 secondary on either side, and the main in the middle. Mastracchio will be using the pistol grip tool to drive each of these bolts to remove the failed MDM, where it will be temporarily stowed and then replaced with the backup spare that Steve Swanson has attached now in his temporary stowage location in that ORU bag right next to where the failed one is currently residing.
And Rick, friendly reminder to protect your faceplate from that cedar rail in this position.
Yeah.
See, they're busy doing stuff, I'm busy watching them. Oh, come on! Come on, Internet!
Okay, so how do you want to do this, Steve? Want me red guy now? And later I'll get it to you? Yeah. Okay. Later, when you start pulling out, I will hand you that scoop. Okay? Okay, the red is in... Oh, not that red, though. That's not a good red. It's a different red.
The red retractable equipment tether used to help stabilize spacewalkers whenever they're removing or reattaching equipment on the outboard portion of station.
Okay, we copy that, Rick. We had the other end of that ret now going back to handrail 3446, which is just aft of the MDM on the starboard side.
I'll just keep it on me, Houston.
Okay, we're happy with that. Copy. Okay, the next step for you, Rick, is to get your PGT out and let me know when you're ready for settings. And Swanee, we'd like to get a glove and hap check from you when convenient.
That's good right now. That glove is good. Ready for settings on the PGT. My glove is good. Hap check is good. All normal.
Okay, Rick, your settings are Bravo 1, counterclockwise 2. We copy your remarks, Swanee.
Mastracchio now setting up the PGT, the pistol grip tool, which you can see in his helmet cam here, that he'll be using to drive all of the bolts on this MDM activity today.
Bravo 1, counterclockwise 2 is set.
Good words, Rick. Okay, you're going to release the secondary bolts first. You can pick either one, port or starboard. We're expecting 7 to 14 turns.
Okay.
And Rick, a reminder, there's going to be a recurring theme today to describe the running torque as we remove bolts.
Roger. Okay, the torque is broken on the first bolt. Almost nothing. Break it. Running torque is very smooth, practically zero.
Copy.
I know. How many turns do you expect, Houston?
7 to 14 turns, and these bolts spring out when they're released.
Yeah. Trying to get an accurate turn count. Houston, with a quick question.
Go ahead, Swanee.
You mind if I open up the MDM bag? I have it so the inner straps are holding the MDM down. Or do you want me to wait till we for sure have this other one off?
Okay, we got a good view of it in your WVS checking. Okay, Swanee, we're go for as requested.
Okay.
So the two spacewalking astronauts moving right along through their timeline. Rick Mastracchio already driving the two secondary bolts on the failed MDM, following which he'll release the center jacking bolt.
It's about 14 turns at this time. I think the bolt popped out a little while ago, but it's just not much play on the bolt when I push it in, you know? I just wasn't 100% sure it was out. You see it in my WVS?
We do. We have a good view. And we're happy with that config, Rick.
Okay. Now, I can't tell you the exact number of turns, though, to be honest with you, because I think it popped up a lot earlier than I thought. I expected it to pop out a lot more. So,
Copy.
I'm going to go to the next bolt. I'm still set at Bravo 1 and counterclockwise 2 if you're ready.
Okay, we're ready, Rick. Those are good settings.
So the first secondary bolt release, Mastracchio now working on the second one, following which he'll move over to the center jacking bolt.
Very little, almost zero.
Once that's released, he'll get the scoop from Steve Swanson, install it on the MDM to eventually slide it out along its guide rails and remove it. Once they get this MDM off of the cold plate where it's currently attached, they'll inspect the cotherm to see if they need to scrape anything off or try and clear away any residual cotherm on the cold plate.
About 14 turns there, Houston, and the actual torque is only reading like 2.8. I think that was pretty similar to what the other one was. So the braking of the bolts, the torque setting was very low.
Okay. Good news, Rick. That's what we like to hear. Next, we're going for the center jacking bolt. It's going to be the same settings, Bravo 1, counterclockwise 2, and we're expecting 25 to 32 turns.
Okay, Bravo 1, counterclockwise 2, set, and re-zeroed everything out. I am tethered to the MDM. How are you doing over there, Stevie? Great, ready to go with it? Yep.
Okay, Swanee, and as he's releasing that bolt, this would be a good time to grab the round scoop.
Yep. Okay, braking of torque was almost nothing, 2.8 foot-pounds basically. How many turns on this one, Jeremy?
25 to 32 turns expected.
Okay, a little bit of torque.
And how many turns in was that torque?
5 or 6 turns.
Copy.
7 turns, 8 turns. Torque is higher, about 5.8, 6 on the torque. 10, 11 turns, about 6 on the torque. 12 turns, 13 turns. Torque's running torque's lightening up a little at 15 turns. Less than 6, maybe 2 or 3. 20 turns. Except for checking out, I think it might have even be loose now. Go on, Bill. It's coming close. Definitely loose. MDM is definitely loose. Going to 23 turns. There's 23 turns, Houston. You went 45 to 32. 25? Okay. Sorry. Okay, there's 23 on the inside, going in. Copy. Couple more turns just for good luck. It's still jacking. There it goes. I think that's free. It looks like it. And I can see a little cotherm that looks great. No issue with a little bit of cotherm I see right here. Hey, Houston, so about 25 turns, you copied all about the torque, the running torque, right?
We sure did. That info is real useful for the reinstall.